Hey everyone, welcome back to Fate Stay Night Remastered with JerganJaze. Last episode, we went into Saber's consciousness, kind of, sort of. Anyways, we saw, like, visually what her magical circuits would be, and we confronted a dragon, and Shirou confronted a dragon in the process, got chopped to bits. And we woke up, and then we found out we actually only had about 30% of his magical circuits taken away from him. So that means that he's actually left with way more than what he was even using to begin with, for his powers. So he's not at all at a loss. So really bad situation has turned into somewhat of a good situation, but now we have to survive. We, as in Shiro, Saber, and Rin, now have to survive their fight up against Berzerker. So we're going to see how that pans out this time. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. It's almost time for the battle. Somewhere in that forest, Berzerker and Illya wait. Not just wait, they await. They gotta be fancy about waiting. If we don't defeat that hurricane of death, everything we did last night was for nothing. The connection that was created between me and Saber deep in our hearts. To protect what we created, we'll have to defeat the most powerful enemy of all. Maybe most powerful in the sense of just raw, sheer power. Ooh, interlude. Oh, please be Archer. I don't think he's the most powerful overall. Actually, I don't know. We can look and kind of compare. Berzerker. Oh, okay. Never mind. I take that back. I think he may actually be. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I feel like Altria's Noble Phantasm should not be graded a C when it going up at, granted, it was very situational, but it going up against Ryder's Noble Phantasm, which is an A plus, and just pretty much obliterated her. I feel like that this needs to be like an S, not a C. It's pretty strong. Granted, I don't know what I'm talking about, but never mind. Berserker Heracles is apparently doped out of his mind. Strong. Their battle comes to an end. The two fought fiercely, and it ended with the disappearance of the Red Knight. Now a shadow of its former glory, the reception room is in ruins. Wow, yeah, they tussled. I was hoping we would get to, like, the interlude would be their fight, not the aftermath, but I'll take something. The floors are cracked and broken. Many of its walls have been knocked down. The stairs have collapsed and broken marble is scattered across the floor. There's hardly a trace of the reception room's original form. Some might even say time itself has been stolen from this space. After such vast destruction, the scene bears no resemblance to what it was just 2 hours ago. ... A sculpture, well suited to such destruction, stands in the middle of it all. Standing over 2 meters tall, it bears the crude likeness of a man, as if roughly hacked out of stone. It hardly bears mentioning. This is Ilyasville's servant, Berzerker. A statue? Wait. Sculpture, well suited. Stand. Are you saying sculpture like his body is sculptural, or it is literally a sculpture now? The giant doesn't move. Its entire body is splattered with red, with several holes torn through it. Not a single inch of the giant's body isn't wounded. 1, both legs appear on the verge of collapse. 2, a massive gash on the neck. Okay, so Archer did work. I don't think Archer's dead from this little bit that we know about the battle. It's looking very hopeful. 3, arms practically hanging off the elbows. 4, aren't your arms, at least their forearms, always technically hanging off your elbows? 4, something has pierced it from shoulder to groin. Ooh. Ugh. 5, blood gushes from its chest. 6. Its belly is torn open. Berzerker is not moving. He will. It's clearly a corpse. The battle itself lasted less than an hour. The result? Unexpected. Berzerker's master is beside herself. Dude, so there wasn't even a reason for us to, like... I mean, there's a reason for us to do the surgery, because it saved Saber's life. But we weren't in such dire need as what we thought. Archer, like, tore Sweet Hot Iced Tea up, you know? She should be picking off what remained of her prey, but instead she stands there, staring at the devastation. I don't believe this. Who was that guy? Her voice is a low mumble now. Not at all what I just did. The battle came as a humiliation to her. Her servant is the most powerful. Among all heroic spirits, maybe one or two could compete with Heracles, the most renowned hero of all time. Also, just because I was looking it up a little bit, there is a difference between Heracles and Hercules. I thought they were the same person, but different names, or maybe there isn't. Because I read just a very, very brief synopsis that was like, yeah, they're different, but it didn't really get into it. But then a lot of the images corresponding to Heracles seemed very, like, Hercules adjacent. Like the killing of, like, the really, really big lion, for instance. I came to this page because I wanted to see Archer's stats. Okay, Noble Phantasm unknown. Right, we've not seen that. Yeah. Okay. The more I look into these stats, the more I'm kind of like, maybe they don't really mean anything the way that I think they do. Maybe it's just like whatever version of the plot we want and what way we want it to move forward is what we go with. Which, I mean, in that case, you could have just structured those differently, but maybe, like, if the enemy was, like, all S tier and you're all C and B and maybe 1A, like, as far as your abilities go, likely you're like, oh yeah, the villain's gonna win, kind of a thing. So skewing it differently, and I guess overcoming, what is it called? Sorry, I know I'm rambling. The something expectations. It's done in writing. Usually with like tropes, subverting expectations. Yeah. Among all heroic spirits, maybe one or two could, yeah, we already read that. And yet, some unknown archer defeated him. The Red Knight fought on equal ground with Berzerker, and in the end, even killed Berzerker, which nobody else had even thought possible. And for that, he can never be forgiven. Even Rin didn't think it was possible, and then Archer was like, hold my beer, watch this, and then went charging in. To Illya, it is as if she's just been stabbed in the heart by a passing insect. She prided herself on being the strongest master. For her to lose to the sword she should have so casually trampled must be unthinkable. I don't think Illya was the strongest master. Maybe had one of the strongest servants, sure. But I think up to this point, Rin is still, just in terms of her as a person, I think is the strongest that we've seen. But we also don't know Assassin's Master. We don't know Lancer's Master. We've not even met Caster, much less their Master. This is so frustrating. I can't believe you left him beat you 6 times. You weren't going easy on him, were you, Berzerker? ... The statue doesn't answer. It has neither the time nor the need to do so. Berzerker stands still, focusing on healing himself. I thought it said it was a corpse, so did he die or was he defeated? Which is it? Even for him, this was an unusual battle. His noble phantasm nullifies any attack. So long as the attack is not of the highest possible class, it won't so much as scratch him. So that means that it was of the highest class. As such, he rarely sustains any wound. In his own time, none could harm him, after he attained greatness. But here, now, he's been hurt 6 times. Archer delivered 6 fatal blows. Each of his attacks was of a different sort. That is because even the strongest attacks won't work twice on Berzerker. Strange, as this battle was, the most truly bizarre part was, if Archer was a hero with so many different abilities, his identity should have been obvious. So many different abilities. But even after his body was pulverized, Archer's identity remained a mystery. What was really surprising was how he carried himself in a way that seemed contradictory as a servant. ... A faint light flickers in the pupils of Berzerker's eyes. Were Berzerker a normal, rational servant, he would probably feel pretty bad about how this battle went. I want to know, like, in what way did Archer behave differently? Because that probably is a clue as to who or what he was before. Whatever his identity might have been, Archer was a rare and formidable adversary. If only Berzerker's sanity hadn't been taken from him, he would have fought to his heart's content, and maybe even enjoyed himself. I won't forgive them. I'll never forgive them. How dare they insult me like this? Illya's voice echoes in the shattered hall. Whatever tiny embers of rationality might have been returning to him are immediately snuffled. Snuffed out by her voice. He's just Berzerker now. His role is to overwhelm and annihilate his master's enemies. Have you healed Berzerker? ... Berzerker doesn't need to answer. So long as the wound doesn't kill him, he'll heal in moments. But to completely recover from this wound would take as much as 3 days. Okay, so just defeated, not dead, despite the imagery of corpse and stuff. They're saying he might as well be a corpse for how badly hurt he is. I can't wait that long. Fine, we're killing them now. ... The giant silently objects. It's almost instinctive. At least when it comes to a fight, Berzerker has instincts similar to Saber's. He can certainly destroy his enemy easily enough, but if Saber has recovered enough that she can use her noble phantasm, that will be a different story. Well, isn't it, like, cause isn't there, like, the curse of the Berzerker that comes with, like, the class where, like, they're just kind of meatheads, for lack of a better way of putting it. Like, less really thinking and just more just, I gotta cut and kill kind of thing going on with them. That would, I don't know, that feels like that's kind of contradicting this, like, I gotta strategize stuff. Granted, I don't know it that intimately, but from the way that the curse was formerly described, feels like a small contradiction there. Berzerker will not fall to a mere sacred sword, but there is always that small chance of something going wrong. His instincts tell him that he should be completely prepared before facing his servant. Not that little contradictions like that don't bother me. I'm just pointing that out for the sake of commentary. I could care less at the end of the day. What? 5 lives should be plenty. There's no enemy to worry about, even without your god hand. Or what? Are you going to let them get away even after they made fools of us, Berzerker? That's what you're saying. Nobody's going to escape my forest. Yep, I'm leaving Rin and Saber to you. You can kill them, toy with them, whatever you want. Rip them in half. Blow out their intestines. Illya hops down from the stairs. She walks through the rubble. Excuse me. She walks through the rubble to the exit without a moment's concern for Berzerker, bloodied as he was. He is, not was. But suddenly, she stops as if remembering something. I really wish we got a visual of, like, how cut up he is. Come, let's begin our hunt, Berzerker. But you can't kill Saber's master so easily. I'm gonna make sure Shirou dies in the worst way imaginable. Teehee. La 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 la, like skips off. Illya heads out of the castle, giggling happily. Hee 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 hee. Post-war witch like that little kid, but okay. The sun is about to rise. Illya knows the forest like the back of her hand. She won't have any trouble finding her prey, even if they try to hide. This isn't a knock on the writing. This is just a knock on the expression, knowing something like the back of your hand. How intimately do people know the back of their hand? Like, where did that expression come from, or who made it? Because the person that made it obviously very intimately knew the back of their hand, but like, I don't intimately know the back of my hands. I'm not like every little crevice and vein is mapped out in my mind. It's just always struck me as an odd expression. Her targets have only minutes to live. Interlude out. Peace. Alright, so where is Archer about to pop up then? And I don't know why, but I'm forced out of the ruins. Tohsaka kicks me out, saying that girls have to make some adjustments and changing and stuff like that. Dang, what are they changing into? You didn't pack clothes for the night or something? You weren't like, oh joy, I can't wait after we go break about from Ilya's place. We're gonna spend the night in some ruins. It's gonna be an awesome slumber party. Dang, what is she talking about? Men have things too, you know. What things? I lean against the wall as I grumble. I guess I sound like a sore loser, and that's exactly it. Look at the sky. It's so skyey. I remember, and then I try to shake off my desires. I can't think about that right now. If I keep lingering on my memories with Saber, I'm a dead man. More than anything, it would be rude to Saber for me to have romantic feelings towards her. It's so awful of me. I made a contract, oh my gosh. I made contact with Saber to save her. I shouldn't have any other feelings for Saber, but you do. Dude has feelings for every woman, except for Fujine, just about. Well, and Ilya, but, well, sort of, but those are different feelings. That's not a romantic thing. What a crook? You mean a crook? It's such a pathetic excuse. Because I don't know what a crock is. It's such a pathetic excuse, even I don't believe it. I can't forget what happened with Saber. But I need to, for now. Or meditate on it. Honestly, I don't have time to worry about that kind of stuff. We get it. Move on. If you're so... He's like, I'm going to move on from this thought. I'm going to move on. Oh, but I really should be thinking about it. I really need to move on. Just do it. Like, our concern right now is how to fight Berzerker by not dying. Right. I should be doing whatever I can. He told me that there at the end. I think back to Archer. His back. His big back self. Not in big back terminology of like he's fat, but like he got a nice big muscular back. I never warmed up to him, but every word he said stuck with me. Archer is very well written. I really like him. He is probably probably my favorite character. I think I do like Rin. I find her endearing, but as far as like that's my man, like Archer is like that's my boy, you know. I stare at a tree branch. There's only so much I can do, so I'm just going to continue to stare at trees. It's so helpful. I may not be much help, but I'm going to do whatever I can, as best as I can. For starters, I snap off a nearby tree branch. Man, I'm really helping kill deforestation starting right here, right now. Really gonna tear up the Amazon. It's gonna benefit the world. Just you wait. Then I try to find other straight branches. Shirou, we're done. Come back inside. Tohsaka's voice reaches me in my search. I head back to the ruins, carrying the branches I collected. Well, the only other problem is whether I can act anything approaching normal around Saber after looking into her heart, however briefly. Just talk to her about it. Why do you gotta... This way, Shirou. Rin has something to tell you. I guess I was worrying over nothing. Saber is her usual self. Unlike me, immature as I am, Thank you. She's probably just approaching this pragmatically. Oh, yeah, I'll be right there. Or she's handling it more like females do, which they tend to honestly be somehow better than men at masking their feelings at times. Sometimes not. I guess it really depends on the person. Because I know some guys that are just rocks, but I know a lot of females too that, like, they are very good at acting a certain emotion, even if they don't feel it. Guys don't, in my experience, don't usually have that capacity to act what they don't feel. They can be rocks, or they can be that feeling, not really anything else. Dang, I'm not going to let this get me down. Don't bring me down. I'm so dang dumb, being the only one blushing over this, so I'm gonna do my best to keep my composure. There you are. We're going to start our meeting. Well, it may be a meeting, but we don't have time for arguments. There's only so much we can do to defeat Berzerker, so can you at least hear me out? Hear me out. What if Berzerker? He's my first on my hear me out cake. Oh, Rin, I didn't realize we were talking about that. Saber and I nod. Our plan is simple. We're no match against Berzerker using normal means. If we're gonna win, we need to ambush him, which means we need to take his head off in a single attack, and not leave him any chance to counterattack. So, she's gonna use Excalibur and take him out in one strike? I agree. Simply trading blows with Berzerker will not critically injure him. If we are to defeat him, we will require another strategy. Besides, trading blows. Are you saying we need to attack Berzerker before he realizes he's being attacked? Almost like that's the definition of an ambush? Oh my gosh, I've never used these words before. Well, sure, I think it's reckless to go toe-to-toe with him, but that just sounds reckless. What was that sentence? Sometimes these... I don't know if it's the translation or the initial writing, but sometimes some of these sentences are just like, what did I just read? He's not the sort of to just let something like that happen. Sorry, I know this is one of those episodes where I'm coming off very critical towards the series. I'm very much enjoying myself. I enjoy picking at things, even a little bit. It's like, it's fun to me. Yes, it's pretty optimistic to think we can get right up to Berzerker without him noticing us. He has Illya's veil. She'll immediately detect Saber and Shirou's presence. I mean, I can conceal my presence, so that's not a problem. I don't understand the logic, but I get the sense Illya can detect me and Saber. Why don't you, since you don't know how to, conceal yourself, you just become the distraction. Saber probably can. And then her and Tohsaka just, like, I don't know, hang up in a tree somewhere and you distract. And then at the very last second, like, Rin traps him and Saber comes down and slices his head off. And if Tohsaka's the one who can conceal herself, you're not saying that you'll be able to the one launching the ambush, are you? Of course. You're the main target here, and I'm the one who can move freely. Leave striking Berzerker from behind to me. You make it sound so easy, but you sure as heck know it won't be. Yeah, I know Rin, like as I said earlier in the episode, Rin's stupid strong. I don't know. The Noble Phantasms seem like a step up, and I feel like we need Noble Phantasm level strength to be able to cleave his head off in one blow. Of course not. That's why I'm going to have Saber create an opening for me. Saber, how much have you recovered? Fighting normally should not be a problem. However, I should avoid using my Noble Phantasm. Okay, well, I was hoping you would be able to. With the amount of magical energy I have right now, I will no longer be able to maintain my body the moment I use it. And even if I do, it will not be at full power. So I do not believe it would be sufficient to defeat Berzerker. Yes, that's fine. I will have Saber be the one to fight Berzerker, with Shirou, of course. I'll hide nearby, watching. I'm just a bonus to Ilya's feel, so she'll think I abandoned you two and just ran if she doesn't see me around. That back half of that sentence grammatically was odd. Huh? Well, I suppose that it is not impossible. If our chances are slim, we just have to make them better. Shirou seems to be friendly with Ilsville, so he might be able to trick her by talking to her. Tohsaka looks at me meaningfully. No, granted, y'all don't know the interlude that I just saw, but Ilsville really does not like Shirou the way she used to. I have many objections. I may have some, not many, objections, but I'll hear you out. We can put Berzerker on the hear me out cake. If I tell Illya that Tohsaka fled, she'll believe me. She doesn't doubt what people tell her. But there is still a problem. While I can confront Berzerker, I cannot permit Shirou to do the same. Shirou simply will not survive an attack from Berzerker. Well, actually, I did already once, but it was pretty traumatic, so maybe if we could not do that again. Nobody said Shirou needs to fight. Shirou just needs to provide backup while keeping his distance from Saber. It's gonna be hard for Saber to push past Berzerker alone, so help her out if she gets in danger. Isn't that me fighting? Or participating in the fight? That is foolish. Shirou is not versed in magecraft like you. What can he do to support me? I can look mildly handsome. I got you covered, sister. Shirou is gonna have to figure that out. Not that masters have a whole lot they can do against Berzerker. Even I would only drag Saber down if I got involved. But you're getting involved! But we don't have the option to let even one person be idle right now. I know very well that Saber will disappear if Shirou dies, but we're going to have to risk it. This whole battle is a gamble to begin with. I feel like Archer is going to swoop in and save this hot mess that's about to happen in front of us. That is true, but... Saber makes a face and falls silent. Since Tohsaka's gone quiet too, she must understand how reckless her proposal is. I can't blame them for being worried. The night I met Saber, the night Berzerker attacked, the only thing I managed to use to defend her was my own body. There's a strong possibility that we're headed toward a repeat of what happened that night. Yeah, it's kind of the way I'm feeling about it too. So while it may be best for me to distance myself from the battlefield, I'm not going to do so unless they force me to. I know. I'll try to think of something to support from a distance. I'll just throw sticks at him. I got all these sticks, I'm just gonna throw them at him. Huh? Was it really that much of a surprise? I just have to support Saber from a distance, right? I'll come up with something. I mean, you took archery classes, Oh, maybe he's gonna make a bow out of the sticks. I don't know how, but maybe he'll make like a strengthened bow or something. I don't know. I grabbed the tree branches I gathered earlier as I say that. It has something to do with this. They're just the right length and exactly the right kind of flexibility. This is the first time I've done this kind of strengthening. Oh, so he's not just gonna strengthen, he's gonna like, like change their composition. I don't know, like almost Full Metal Alchemist style kind of thing. But I don't think I'm wrong in principle here. Basically, I just need to layer my strengthening until it turns into something substantial. Besides, he had something like this, so I can't use it as reference. I'm guessing he is Archer? On top of that, magical energy has been flowing through my body for a while now. All I have to do is to repeat my usual process. I analyze its basic structure and change it. I analyze the material's composition and reinforce it. Starting from the branch, my result should be his bow, but something's missing. I need to think of this from the standpoint of creation. If I want to make something as close as possible to the real thing, I need to envision everything I can about it, down to the smallest detail. Him making a bow is actually kind of cool. I mean, considering we've not really gotten him to do anything successful magic-wise up until this point. Or maybe it won't be successful, who knows. I opened my eyes. Was it a flop? The warp branch was the right shape, but something wasn't... Crap. It's not even close. I don't think it has to be. Like, you got a bow. I think you're fine. It's ugly. Distorted. It's better than no bow. And yet, I can tell it will work fine as a bow. But it's fine. Now I just have to create an arrow following the same concept. Shirou, you just... Yeah, I think I got the hang of it after the incident with Shinji. You said it yourself, don't strain myself. Yeah, you just gotta let it flow. Let it grow, let it grow. I say let it die. Sorry, that was obscure. Well, not obscure reference, but odd for the situation. I see. Well, it's good you have some means to attack, so I won't say anything else. Back to our original topic. Alright, we're gonna leave the rest of the battle plans for the next episode. I thought we would have gotten into a fight, but it would be in this game's nature to go into some strategy type stuff, which I don't mind at all. It's good. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Hope y'all are doing well. Bye!